No surprises that Davis has gone to Tippett, Moore's gone to Franklin, and Frost at the moment with Reid. We're underway, round 15 here at the SCG. The Sydney Derby, and the first possession will go to Treloar. Gave it over to Cornelio and onto the chest of Hoskin Elliott playing in front. First clearance, and first inside 50 for the Giants. Over the back it goes. Bug, just a half a fumble. Tried to get boots of ball while it was on the ground. Now another chance for him, but that goes out of bounds wide on the full.
You said no surprise, Matty. I'm a little surprised. I think Phil Davis spent time on Franklin in round one, and he's giving away enormous mass difference against Kurt Tippett. I thought Tim Moore might have been a bit stronger in that department, but
I would think it might be the lack of running that Davis has had.
Yeah.
And maybe needs a couple of games under his belt, but they might change around pretty quickly depending on how much supply they get.
Here's the third tall. Reid obviously playing further up the ground as the lead up, and that's not a good kick from him. That's a grubber out of bounds looking for Parker. We'll have another throw in.
Josh Hunt on Adam Good's an interesting matchup as well.
That's a tough contract for Hunt. Third man up in that situation was Ward. Smith might get a little 1-2 here. Got it from Cornelio. Going back, some pressure applied here. Frost going further back. Moore. Well, that's an interesting kick. But Kennedy might be next here because Davis, well, he went to shore. Sydney managed to get across. That's very hard running, and we expect that from Tomlinson. He ran from the forward 50 to get that. Pressure from Rampy.
He ran really hard, Lockie Whitfield too. He came from this wing, so that's about an 80-metre lead to get on the end of that.
Whitfield's kick. Hoping for Hoskin Elliott again. We know he can take a big grab. Cunningham, over him, Palmer. Quick hand, Swans. Franklin missed his target. Malcheski just gets boots of ball. Inside 50, playing in front, Goods. First shot at goal here for Sydney.
It's the kick you look for as a forward. Just the little one that gives the defender absolutely no chance of spoiling.
340th game. Equaling the
kick.
Oh, gee, pulled it over towards Tippett.
Now, explain to me, Shorey, why he wouldn't feel like he could make the distance from inside the 50-metre up.
Unless that wind we were talking about, if you kick it up high, he didn't think he was going to make the distance. That's the only thing I'm thinking
He
of.
chipped the ball and it was only about 5 or 6 metres out from goal anyway.
I'm with you.
From the clearance, Cornelio sort of laid it off to Ward. He's strong, he's tough. He gave it to Moore. Moore flirts with it. Floating towards the boundary. Classic floater there from Moore. Couldn't have done better if you'd asked him to do it.
Teddy Richards got the job on Cameron.
Just on the conditions down there, Barry. I mean, it's very windy outside the stadium. Tony mentioned it's protected a bit. What can you tell us about the wind?
It's actually not too bad inside the stadium. He's covering a lot of the grandstand, so that's a good thing for this game, but it's very, very cold.
Well, you want to tell Adam Goods that, Bazza.
GWS with the advantage?
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, the flags up the top there.
Yep.
There's a quite a heavy breeze, but as I said, not too much inside the stadium.
Pike did well there, got rid of Mumford and tapped it over the top. Bug threw it. Parker been superb this season. Franklin the target. Good work, Moore just got the left hand in to stop it. Kennedy back to Davis. On the left boot, clearing kick. Cornelio's not big overhead. Spoil came from Jones. Well taken, Reid. Wants some help, wants some support. And the Giants will be happy to see that over the line, and they do.
Started well. Giants, a good indication so far. Yeah, very competitive. Clearances all apiece. 3-2 their way. Handball receives 9-3, so they're working hard, GWS. Caniglio there we can see on Kennedy.
Yep. Then you got Kieran Jack and Callan Ward going together.
Two tough nuts.
Oh, boy.
There's Ward, man you just spoke of, trying to flick it out. And Laidler's happy to take it over. So once again, it's a boundary throw, and there's a bit of push and shove off the ball between Cornelio and Kennedy. Well taken by Cunningham.
Good
Parker.
smother.
It was from Cornelio, the smother. Parker again. It's very hard to get free, as you'd expect in this sort of contest early in the game. Everybody's really enthusiastic.
Bit of high contact on Bug.
Kelly, the smooth-moving Kelly.
Swans very quick to cut off the change of direction, forcing him to go up the line.
And Patton's the target. He gets rid of Grundy. Did well, the big fella, except he didn't mark it. Did everything right. Chance here, though, the Giants. Smith on the left boot. Cameron trying to work Richards under it. Richards back on it first. Cameron grabs him. This is Smith. And he goes down the line. That's just kept in by Jack. Hard for the umpire to see if it went over. Can't get past Mummy. Lucky one.
Very lucky.
Very lucky.
In the tackle, he just spun around in the tackle and dropped with the knees, and Kieran Jack, pretty smart play though.
Poor kick from Jack though. Could be a turnover coming here. Kelly sweats on Grundy. Might have got a trip. Laidler forced to kick quickly. Should be a Giants ball. It is. Treloar looks into the middle. Has some options. Dylan Shield. Will they continue the big switch to the outer side? It's going to be read here by Sydney, but he's sure's okay.
It's given Sydney plenty of time to get numbers back inside the attacking 50.
It's going to set it up high. And it favours Patton second in line. Richards wraps him up, wants a free kick, looks to the umpire, nothing doing.
It's really not a great kick from Heath Shaw. The one thing you've got to do, if you're going to bomb it long, is get it to a tool that can compete for it.
He was kicking to Palmer.
I think Palmer might be tagging Nick Smith, boys, who's been in pretty good form in a defensive forward role.
There's Devon Smith with a long one to the square. Grundy good pirouetting in the square for the mark. Beautiful marks. Has a really good year here, Grundy.
Wow, him and Richard just hold that defence together. You just wonder how long they can last. They do it year in, year out.
Whoops! The kick, and that's twice. They've been under pressure coming out, and Hoskin Elliott now has pinched it.
They just don't want Heath Grundy to kick a lot.
Great start. Great start for the Giants. They haven't conceded early goals. They want to get themselves in the contest, get that belief up. And if they can get off to a good start, they'll have really good memories about that round one clash, regardless of how good Sydney's form has been over the last couple of months.
Hoskin Elliott, 12 goals, 9 for the season. A relatively easy kick. 30 metres out, slide angle, terrible kick.
Didn't kick through it at all.
No momentum in that, was it?
Look, there is a bit of breeze out there, which is going to make some players uncomfortable, but he just did not kick through the ball at all, just tried to guide
it through. So both teams having their opportunities, but the Giants have the first score. Now away go the Swans. Jack, not his best kick, but onto the chest of Franklin. Moved it quickly, moved it beautifully. Chance for McGlynn. Knocked off it by Davis. He's up again. Handball comes out. Lloyd picks it up. Around the corner he goes. Can they make them pay coast to coast? They can't. 1 point apiece.
Gee, Benny McGlynn is a dangerous player. Good kick in the space. Should nearly have marked that, but when he didn't, I thought he nearly got leg too, as he was getting up with the ball not in the area.
Been an important player for them this year, not just as a forward. He's working the midfield.
Defensively. And in midfield, it means that Kieran Jack can play forward a lot more.
Yeah, he's been terrific. Giants aiming for Mumford. Almost got it. Kelly, front and square. Over to Moore. Again, he goes to floater.
That's yours.
The big floater. Catch that one. That one up very high. That might have hit the roof if it was an Etihad. Laidler. Grundy. Back to Richards, facing his goal. Spots Malcheski with a bit of room. And speaking of room, what about this for Lloyd? Again through the middle. Drives it in long, and he wanted Tippett. Kicks it over his head. Reed next in line, though. Fumble. Had it, lost it. Still a chance, the Swans. Jeddah from nowhere.
They had an extra number, Sydney, for a long period of time there.
That's a different
Heath Shaw dropped off. Let him go up into the centre square, but then got caught in the middle of where the kick was going to go once Lloyd got it. So he's either got to be right back or he's got to push up with him.
Smith.
Good kick.
Good. Yeah, vision, and delivers nicely to Shield.
No one to kick to, though.
He's got to hook it back for Cameron, who will just probably try to put Richards off.
And he put him off all right. Dangerous.
Cameron and Richards still in it. Richards down, Cameron over the top. Richards up with the footy.
Oh, nearly gone.
Nearly. Kelly did well. The kick across the face just from behind.
Gee, the ball's moving. Not a lot of contest, is there? It's moving end to end pretty quickly.
Cameron did well there not to give a free kick. He was very wary of doing that. Malcheski the kick in. Jack the recipient.
Great running by McGlynn. Might have been a kick to get to him, but gee, it was good running.
And he's happy to see it over.
Sam Frost has got that job. He might be just too good at ground level. It's all right in the air, but Sam Frost in the running ability with Benny McGlynn, who goes up in the midfield now, could be an issue.
It's a good option, though, if Frost is able to play tall and small like that.
If he can.
Third, Parker, quick hands, Jack. Inside 50 they go. Franklin's there, Tippett. And it might be a push.
Which way?
And it's Tippett's. Yep.
Free kick.
It's the replay here.
Let's have a look. Hands in the back anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, gee, not a lot.
It's not a lot, but
he was sort of in the air, wasn't he?
He put one lens on him.
No, you got to go there.
So I reckon this end is probably more affected by the breeze than the other end. See if it does anything in the air.
So 9 inside 50s, 5 to Sydney, 4 to the Giants. Still awaiting our first goal. Tippett. 12-3. He's been very accurate. And that's going to hold its line for a point.
Didn't move at all.
Just look behind play, boys. Looks like Reece Palmer has got the role on Malcheski. He's been a goal kicker, defensive player. Malcheski's averaging 500 metres per game gained. Dangerous player.
Oh, they're overdoing it here, the Giants, and it's going to turn over, and it does. And you don't want it to turn over to Buddy, because Buddy will kick it through. How easy is that? It needed some star power to kick the first. Sydney box looking on. Goal number 36 for Lance Franklin. Back in the middle. Mumford. Good knock. Releases Shield. Off his left boot. Smith and Jones. Yes, Smith and Jones.
Good, yeah.
And they were both number 10 to make it even better.
It's beautiful.
Mumford and Pike's been fascinating already. Pike's won that one over the top. Shielded well to slip it to Cornelio, to give it to Ward, but the smother from Richards. Ward will go again. On the boot now, to the line. Are behind.
Created some opportunities for themselves, GWS. Just haven't had the finishing polish. It's the only thing stopping him at the moment.
Malcheski, the designated kicker. Shield arrives. Just had trouble getting it out of their back 50, haven't they?
Tell you what, he could go here. If this wind's behind his shoulder and he thinks he can go...
Well, he's gone.
Oh, he was always on, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He just thought to himself, I'm going to go this.
Started well, Shield. 6 disposals already.
Yeah.
Swans are kicking at 43% at the moment, and some of those have been kicks out of the defensive 50.
Spot on. That one's a bit better. To Jack. And the quick break. Kick over the top to Kennedy. Just taps it forward to his own advantage. Parker kept going. Takes them on. Back to Kennedy.
Good pressure.
Yeah, they've overdone it themselves. Now it's going to be GWS. Pike underneath, got below the knees of Shield.
Well done, Shield. He got hit by Parker in a Shepherd just prior to this, and he looked like he was out on his feet, but just fantastic play.
Great kick too.
The kick was an instructive one, wasn't it?
He didn't see it, no.
Didn't know it was coming.
Well, he's off the boil. His Shield's coming to the boundary line now because he had about 3 contests in a row there.
That would have been a chest mark.
Yeah.
Mumford just turned around a little earlier and attacked the footy.
Has exhausted Shield. From the throw-in. Sits for Lloyd. Not 15. Tomlinson. Didn't take it. Lloyd just slipped it to Kennedy. He loves getting through traffic, but he gave that up. Now Whitfield got it from Treloar. And he doesn't miss his target very often, Whitfield. This is Christian Jacks.
It's a good size.
And he hits it to the top of the square, hoping for Patton or Cameron. Patton got up there. Palmer got a bad bounce. He was all set to kick a goal. A give on the up to Bug. A wonderful smother again. Richards is the goalkeeper at the moment. He probably should be playing for Australia in the World Cup.
Trouble now. Franklin one out with more.
McVeigh on the burst. Wants to use McGlynn through the middle.
Tippett on his own.
Now McGlynn to Tippett. How's that for transition? Be careful, Henshaw.
Had to run straight into him.
Oh, that hurt.
He got a knee in either the stomach or...
And look, great to see Kurt Tippett obviously concerned about Shaw's well-being.
Yeah.
I mean, he's entitled to protect himself.
Oh, no doubt.
Kurt Tippett.
I don't know whether it's a knee in the stomach or something. I I don't think it was a head hot. Yeah, he's talking about the trainer's looking at the stomach and the knee got him right in the rib cage. Let's have a look. Oh, no, got him on the jaw.
Got him on the jaw,
Oh, that is just out to him.
Oh, yeah, he's out.
See, I know for a fact his father and mother are here tonight, Jason, so they...
Mum and Dad are here, Tony?
Yeah, they're here tonight. Because Reece, of course, the both boys live in Sydney now, but, oh, that is shocking. Let's hope that it's...
Stretch is coming.
You can see some movement.
So not what the Giants needed. One of their prime movers down back. He sets things up for them. He hits targets on the way out. And he just went a little bit hard at Tippett, who protected himself, and he wore him right on the chin.
That is the normal thing that a forward does. When he's getting front on pressure, you put the knee up. It's protection. It's also balance for yourself. And you don't want to just get poleaxed by someone running straight into the front of you.
You don't plant your 2 feet on the ground and stay there, do you?
No, even he was never going to spoil the ball. Kurt Tippett, you couldn't put any blame at all there. You've got to protect yourself, but it just hit him on the right spot, on the jaw. I thought it might have been a chest injury or something like that, but he was out before he went down.
Yeah. He was just desperately trying to get back to put some pressure on, maybe get there for a spoil, but was never going to make it, Heath Shaw. But he was running flat stick.
Now, the official was talking to him then, so hopefully he's found his consciousness there because he looked like he was out there before, but the official was talking to him, probably asking him questions.
All the numbers, when we look at the stats thus far, very even except for one. Clearances, 8-3 to GWS. So that is a great sign.
Yep.
That's why they're in the game early.
So, as usual, the medical staff taking their time, doing everything possible to make sure that Henshaw gets the best possible.
This is a brutal game, but to see Kurt Tippett, players feel when they know someone was generally hurt like that. Kurt Tippett went to have a look to see if anything was really wrong, whether the mouth guard, and he sure is moving there, so that's a good sign in one thing. And yes, probably overall the concussion is an issue, but you worry about maybe a broken jaw or something in that area which could be long-term or longer-term.
That's precautionary, the neck brace. So I guess best case scenario we hope for is just a mild concussion.
Or that would be mild. It might be a bit more heavy than mild, but a concussion is better than a break. Or
that's right. You don't want any sort of fractures or major damage.
They've started well though. You're right, Jace.
Yeah, but they need to regroup now because they've lost an experienced player, at least in the short term. And it's going to be very interesting if they go 2-0 down. They've had opportunities. They've been unable to capitalise on them. But if they can keep winning these clearances, they're going to be a chance. And they're kicking at 69%, Sydney 46%. So
it'll be interesting to see who they put back into that role in the back 50 as one of the players to use on the way out. Whether it might be a Dylan Shield or a Thomas Bugg.
Yeah.
So again, the medical staff just taking their time.
I know one thing, if Heath Shaw has found consciousness, boys, he'd want to get it. It's just what he is. He loves being involved in anything, not just football. Any time of his life, he's just hyperactive and wants to get it. But I can see one of the trainers, it's a physio, keep talking to him.
And they'll be
trying
telling
to stop him.
not
Just
to
stay,
move,
exactly.
Stay still.
But sometimes you don't listen because he just loves what he does, you know. But anyway, hopefully everything's going to work out. He is talking there. He looks like he's conscious now. Good hard sitting up here as the uncle, let me tell you, chaps.
Yeah, I don't think anyone likes seeing these sorts of things happen, but when it's a member of the family, sure, very difficult to sit through.
I feel for his mother and father. You know, Ray, of course, has been through all this and seen a lot of these things happen, been involved, but the mums feel it probably worse than the dads. But hopefully, look, he is awake and he's moving, which is great.
Yeah, so we'll try and get a read on Heath as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Just to let people at home.
He's talking.
We'll try and get some information out of the Giants camp.
Yeah.
Tell you what, in the meantime, Kurt Tippett's had a lot of time to think about the kick, hasn't he?
Well, they're in the game, the Giants, but the fact of life is that if Tippett slots this through, it's 2-0.
Yeah.
And they'll be out to a 10-point lead. So will Wilson go down back as the sub?
I would, if you can, not change the midfield mix at the moment because they're going right there.
It might be a straight swap for Wilson.
You'd hope so.
Right. We'll keep an eye on that. But Tippett now to resume proceedings. They've had Franklin kick a goal. Now his partner. Doesn't miss too many from straight in front, and he kicks Sydney second after all that. So the Bondi Billionaires with 1 each early for Sydney.
Well, I mean, if you're a Swans supporter or involved with the Swans coaching staff, first thing you want to see are your key forwards getting into the game.
So back in the middle, and Sydney to get the first clearance by Jack. Spoiled from Moore, down towards Frost. He couldn't take it, but he managed to tap it over. That is a very dangerous handball. It put Cornelio under extreme pressure. Kieran Jack picks it up, and he kicks a goal on his birthday. In the blink of an eye, Swans lead by 16. So from the stoppage with the injury to Shaw, then a goal to Tippett, a quick one to Jack. And the Giants need to get one back. Pike just trying to lay it down to Bird, McVeigh to Jack again. Laidler. Kennedy might get back first for the Giants. Here comes McGlynn. And he keeps it going forward. Frost to tidy up. Kennedy tight to the line. Over the back it goes.
Just got to get some, now they're under a bit of pressure. I think you've got to get some distance out of that offensive area. Even if you get a stoppage out of bounds or whatever, just to take the speed off the game for a couple of minutes, play a bit of tempo footy, but no handball. Try and shut down the handball out of your defensive area.
Again, from the stoppage, Shield back out there. Kennedy, it's Josh Kennedy to Bird, to Laidler off his left. High ball up, Moore down in front. Franklin crumbing it from his opponent. Just flipped it out towards Bird. Jack and Airy. Kennedy's so good in that situation.
Strong.
Quick hands to Jack, to Reid, to Jones. Wants one more. Decided not to use Malcheski, to Richards. Patton arrived just in time to force the kick. Here we go. Lloyd has Whitfield chasing. Gets a bad bounce. Rampy. Nice work by Kelly. And they've forced a turnover, or have they?
Good pressure.
Jones, now they have. Cameron. Jones did well. It's going to go back quickly here for the Swans. Malcheski on the left boot. Franklin the target. Yes, no, wait, yes.
That's unlucky for Tim Moore. It was a terrific play by Franklin to track the footy. I think he might have been unlucky not to get a free kick in the first place. Franklin having one arm being held. But
I reckon Tim Moore, when he was on the, just after he marked that ball, he said, I can't believe that. I held his arm and he still marked it off his chest.
Just popped up fortuitously.
And it was so quick to come back, wasn't it? I mean, just if it bounces off someone else's foot at the other side, the Giants are away. But Sydney capitalised and turned things around very quickly. Franklin, inside 50 for number 2. Yes! Straight through! But he's looking dangerous, as he has been for the last month.
It's whether you drop a +1 and try and just control the game a little bit now. I don't know whether Leon Cameron wants to do it.
Other than that,
contested possessions, they're getting smashed at the moment, and the clearances are nearly evened up.
Jack kicking it forward. How will it bounce here for Patton? Grundy gets there first. Patton pressuring him, though. And he wants it to go out. He does. It goes out now.
Well, at least a stoppage to work off here.
Push right up, fish. Hold separation, hold! I got Bird.
Plenty of players around the ball waiting for this knock. Mumford v Pike. Pike. Parker comes through. Did well, but he took on the tackler. Slipped it over to Smith. McVeigh. Nowhere to go there.
Then. Oh, he pulled that out of his hands.
Smith took it off McVeigh. Said, I'll do it.
Is that a hand pass?
He just stole it. Here's Tippett. He got away from Davis, who let him go to the ball. Then he just handballed straight to Davis. Palm back by Jacks, but a little bit cute. Trelaw's not cute. He is direct. He's got it again. Swans didn't give up on that. Now they've got a bit of a switch here to McGlynn.
He's been busy early, Benny McGlynn. He creates by hard running.
Richards is running hard here, but the handball from Grundy missed Malcheski. No real pressure coming though, and he can set back through the middle to Cunningham. Here's Malcheski again. That one floats and tumbles. Davis did well to get in front of Tippett, but he pushed it into a dangerous area. Handball along the ground from Kennedy to Jeddah. He likes this situation. He's going to set sail for home, but he just hooked the kick.
They look like scoring every time they go forward at the moment, the Swans. Got some headaches. Not enough pressure on the ball coming down, but they're also working hard once it hits their attacking 50, the Swans, to keep it there.
The other thing is the forward pressure. GWS has just dropped off. They look a bit slow on the rebound. Cameron and Patton just not holding their own in the one-on-ones to keep it in there.
Whitfield really not sure where to go here. And it's an outlet kick, really. It'll go out of bounds. So it was the percentage play.
Got to start pushing back a bit, Jason. Patton against Grundy. He's holding his arms a little bit and he's trying to get a free kick. Just got to take him another couple of metres off the ball and then come late at it.
Sub on. We saw Wilson sprinting onto the ground there. Well done, Mumford. Nice down to Cornelio. In turn to Jacksh. Hard one to mark for Tomlinson. He prefers to be on the move when he marks. Sydney very good in this sort of situation to wrestle it out, and by quick fire hands they get it to a teammate and all of a sudden they're gone. Not this time.
There's no one forward for GWS, so if that kick had have gone forward, nothing's going to happen. There's a couple of Sydney sweepers out the back.
You've got to keep Patton or Cameron, you reckon, in that forward 50 area. I just wonder whether that sub's been activated. Who's sure with a 20-minute time span, Matt? Do you know?
We'll find out. They've got the 20 minutes with the concussion rule.
Concussion rule, yeah, when it was kicked in straight away.
There's a bit happening here off the ball.
Yep.
Oh, look, it's Jeddah.
There's some tempers flared here.
Gee, that's a bit dangerous from the umpire.
Threw it up on top of him.
On top of blood. I know you want to get the ball going. Pretty smart play probably there.
Hoskinelli, the quick kick. 2-on-1 though, and that's good play by Rampy. He just realised the situation and went back. Knew the quick kick would be his. And away they go again.
But that's Jeremy Cameron. He should have made a 2-on-1, a 1-on-2 then, by coming up to the ground and not leaving that space where Rampy could be the loose man in defence.
Still a bit of push and shove going on behind playing McVeigh and Bug. Well, Bug can be annoying, like all Bugs. But he is pushing and shove McVeigh, but that's a nice mark down back to Hunt. Now there's 3 Giants out here. They've just got to work it out.
Got to use this ball here.
Plenty of Swans waiting back for it though.
Whitfield slipped over, so
Good lead forward.
Keep running.
And there's a target in Hoskin Elliott, who got it from Tomlinson. This is the difficult one where they're struggling now.
There's no lead-up target.
Have to go back to Shield.
They tend to chip it around until they go the long bomb option. They're not finding, there's not enough movement in the attacking 50 for GWS. No leading options.
Have a look how wide that is.
It's very wide. Palmer will come back on his left boot and drill it low to a pack of Swans. Almost though to Bug. He didn't really want it. Whitfield on hands and knees. Got to be careful here, Lockie Whitfield. And they'll have a ball up inside the forward 50 for the Giants, still searching for their first goal. We've got just under 3 minutes remaining. Oh, again, it's Bug and McVeigh. He's just bugging it.
That's it. Let it go, Thomas.
That's a nice work by Pike. His first quarter's been good, Tony. Hasn't let Mumford get on top.
No.
Goods, a little bit slow there.
Well, Mumford hasn't touched the ball, as in a real stat. Taps he has, but not possession-wise.
Hold separation. Let him run.
Well, and neither's Mike. So they're 0-all, but it's all about just not letting Mumford dominate. There is Mumford. And Parker almost got it through. Kelly, quick give. Cornelio couldn't. Now,
he was dumped after he got rid of it.
They're away to the Swans. Have a look at that.
Back in,
And
holding.
open forward
Dumped up
line.
disposal.
So the free kick against Jeddah, who was a little bit upset earlier. Cornelio.
Good lead.
Well, McVeigh just got enough on it, but a chance here for the Giants. Could it be their first goal? It is. Callan Ward. Now it's Thomas Bug.
The pest.
Cornelio involved, but Thomas Buck kicking the goal.
I don't think Johnny Longmire would be happy with Lewis Jetta there. I think he's just lost the plot. He's just got to pull it in, rein that anger in a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little bit frustrating, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unlucky.
They normally call less than that, don't they?
Yeah, Devon Smith will get another chance at it. Davis didn't want it. He thought
communication.
Yeah, he thought his teammate Lockie Whitfield was going to go for it. Oh no, it was Kennedy, but just not quite right there. Look at that work from Ward. Kelly couldn't get boot to ball. Now the Swans just swoop.
How good was Callum Ward there?
Yeah.
How good he fumbled, went to knees, got back up and had the handball away. Just a sensational captain, this bloke. Great leader.
Hard ball to be won there, but Ward might do it. Comes to Kelly. This time he gets boot to ball. Squeezes it out. First back should be Grundy. He's wrapped up by
pressure.
Hoskin Elliott. Cameron can't get into the game. Cunningham back.
Good switch.
Rampy the switch and finds his target. Jack's had plenty of it. That's 13 disposals for Kieran Jack.
They just look a bit lethargic to me, the big Cougs up for GWS.
Yeah.
Patton and Cameron, they just look a bit tired, look a bit lethargic to me. They need a bit of a spark. I know the last lead he was on looked a lot better. They need a bit more of that.
There's a good lead. That's the opposite for Sam Reid and the Swans.
Can't bomb it to Franklin. It's 2-on-1.
Goods is also up there. Kennedy waits.
Move it on! Fly on!
Sends it to the outer side, hoping for Franklin. Just lost his footing there for a second. Now Moore. And chips to Whitfield.
I go a bit further, Baz. I reckon Jeremy Cameron needs a rocket. He needs to know that you've got a defensive side of your game. You've got to work hard in that area.
There's a monumental turnover. And not really crucifying them because Davis got back. It should have been a goal for Sydney.
Tell you
Should
what,
have done better there, Rampy.
it was a poor kick from GWS, but Adam Treloar took forever to turn around and look at it. It was like he wasn't interested in it once he saw it was going over his head.
There he is, just watching.
19 seconds on the clock. This is you don't want to turn the ball over here.
Yeah, the short kick was on there.
Patton just misjudged a couple so far in this first quarter that he should have taken.
And that's a bit of what I was talking about, a bit of intensity. When you're going for a contest, he's got to take them.
He's got to wrap those up.
There's been 2 or 3 of those, as you said, Matty. They've got to take them.
He's got to clunk them, doesn't he? Kelly got it quickly from Devon Smith, and he was trying to find Treloar. But luckily for the Giants, they did get one back towards the end, courtesy of Thomas Bugg, but it was a 5-minute period with the injury to Heath Shaw. The game stopped, and then the Swans came. They kicked 3 quick goals. At quarter time, Franklin's got a couple, and Sydney lead by 3 goals. We'll take a break here from the SCG.
Because every time they go forward, they look like scoring, the Sydney Swans. This man's done a good job too, Mike Pike.
Yeah, he's kept Mummy out of it. Set to go in this second quarter, and Mumford's first at it. Parker won it, gave it to Jack. It looks like Treloar started with Jack there. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, dear.
Wow.
Tim Moore, he'd want that one again. You don't get an easier mark than that. It went straight through and hit him in the face. And the Swans are ready to pounce. Treloar bustles through. Whitfield, quick hands. Cornelio.
Sometimes you just got to kick the ball.
Goods off the left, probably should have made him pay.
Just
twice, a little handball in that danger zone.
Look, they're up against the team that is the best in the business at quick hands, as we see Tim Moore, who can't believe he dropped that one. Sydney are the best in the business of quick hands in traffic that release a player. And you can see GWS would love to be playing the same brand of footy, but they don't quite have that composure under pressure.
Might be getting a run on Wednesday night, Jace, that one, probably. But anyway, that's another story. Out of bounds in front of Bud.
So can't afford to concede the first. I'm going to kick the first goal, GWS. Put a bit of...
Well, hold on. Here's Kieran Jack here now. Now Ward's gone back to him now. So let's see if that matchup continues.
Laidler through. Jack again. And
well, Craig Bird has started on the bench in the second term. But
so at the moment, Ward's trying to get to Jack or Cornelio's with him. So they just mix it. They're just taking who's ever closest.
Liam Shields on the bench, boys.
Jetta, Parker,
Really
just
good kick.
kick out in front and found Franklin.
really
Under
good
some
kick.
pressure, he found him.
But see, what that is a kick to space to the advantage of your forward. And it was a beautifully weighted kick. Moore's never going to reel in Franklin when he's given away 2 or 3 metres on the lead. And the way he's kicking, he's kicked 11 straight now since he kicked 4 points in the first half against Port Adelaide. He then lit it up in the second half of that match, and he's got 11 straight. So once your confidence is up, it's a great place to be when you're lining them up.
This for his third to make it a dozen straight. As soon as he hit it, he knew it was home.
He's kicking well.
He's in for a big, big night. Bit of Luke Bruce about him at the moment. Lance Franklin doesn't miss.
He's got 26 in a row.
26 straight, Luke Bruce.
And Luke Brewster like his pay packet, I would think.
Even, 20%. Anyway.
You see Bird's on, and he's gone straight to Callan Ward.
Yeah, so that they have to reshuffle again to see who goes to Jack. Smith, quick hands. Rampy, Cunningham, they're going back, but they've maintained possession nicely. Found the target in Jetta, who will wheel around quickly. Always likes to move it on. Tippett's got to beat 2, and he won't. Oh, dear. Jack's ducked his head. They've dropped 2 really easy marks in their back 50.
Well,
and that's costing them.
I don't think Moore ducked his head. He just missed the whole thing. But Jacks wouldn't want to see that one again. Got to keep your head up, son. You'll learn from that.
Hoskin Elliott, the man following Kieran Jack at the moment.
49 metres. Replay.
Ben McGlynn's a very good shot at goal. He'll fancy himself from just outside 50, and as soon as I say very good shot for goal, he doesn't even score. Ben McGlynn is the worst kick in the competition at the moment.
He's a good player, though.
He's a great player.
Yeah, he's become
if you watch his running off the ball, Shorey, it's not just him, but it's the space that it creates and the options for his teammates. It's amazing to watch.
So Mumford will just play the percentage here. Patton's just calling for it long. It's going to come late, and he didn't get there in time. Jones to Bird, stretching Jack. He's from outside 50. He fancies himself, looking for number 2. Bang, hits the woodwork.
Oh, come on.
If it's Hoskin Elliott, he was on him a few minutes ago. Now he goes into defensive mode, Kieran Jack, and he's just picking up space. But if someone doesn't get near him soon, he's kicked 16. He's got a goal to his name, nearly had 2 goals to his name. Clearly the best man on the ground.
Yep.
Well, you've got to ask. I hope the coach is just sending the message out to whoever's been pinpointed for him a quarter time. You have to stay with him, stop him, negate him, and don't care if you don't get the ball now, but just stop him.
It might go out on the full.
Yep.
It will. Well, not so much out on the full, but no one touched it, so it'll be a Sydney kick. Real problems for the Giants at the moment. They're down by 26, and then having trouble stopping the big forwards. This man is a big midfielder.
And look at Buddy lurking right behind him here.
He wants it, buddy.
Does he what?
Josh Kennedy.
They're getting a lesson in work rate at the moment. The Giants, Swans all over them.
48.
Hasn't been as accurate as he'd like this season. 8-12 on the scoreboard. Get a good shot of him here, right behind him. Just outside 50. And they're just leaving the Giants in the game, aren't they?
Are they what? But they haven't looked like running the ball from like Sydney have out of the kick-ins.
No, from one end to the other.
Sydney have really defended it well. And it's worse when you have out in the full, because you know normally it's harder to switch from out in the full. Of course,
you
kicking it from
always got to go the one way.
Go one way. Although this man can penetrate with his boot, and he did.
He
Smart
just
play.
walks around goods. That's good to see.
That is a good play.
Yeah, change it up. Here's Jacks.
Go down the line, the pattern. He's got to compete here. Got to jump on ahead.
And he's going to come late again. He's just got to get his timing
Oh,
right.
he did compete.
Yeah. It's flipped forward by Hunt, and that stayed in. Josh Kelly weaves it through. Cameron normally likes to see it go over the back in that situation. Richards knew that. Richards just dangerously going to ground, though. Chance here for the Giants. Palmer went without it. Laidler wanted a free kick. He's down. Richards back to Pike. He didn't want it. Kelly again. Mumford. Pike's got him. Wherever you go, I go.
Couple of head highs.
Mummy's not happy.
Was stationary.
A little bit of work there from Mumford. Gets to the advantage of Bug, but he couldn't do much with it. Somehow it falls for Shield. Now it's going back towards Kelly, but Treloar got in the way. He'll have a ball in.
Matty, I'm staying on Kieran Jack watch. It's not Hoskin Elliott. He was only there for a minute or two. It could be Treloar. It could be Dylan Shield at this stoppage. But as soon as the ball goes, he runs his own way. The GWS midfield run their own way, and he keeps getting the ball.
Ward punching it clear. Jetta there first, though, for Sydney. Straightens up and kicks it out wide in front of Franklin. Moore, is it okay? Still some pressure here, though, for the Giants. The Swans are getting some numbers back quickly.
He's pulled that in, you know.
He's held that in, and we're going to have a ball up, though. 5 goals to 1.
Thank you. Straight back here.
Parker doing the ruck work. Jetta spinning out of trouble. Laidler using Parker, and by hand he goes looking for McVeigh. He hooks it around the corner, maybe a bit too far for Kennedy. It is.
18 to 14 inside 50s, but every time Sydney go inside 50, they look like they're going to score. Where you go at the other end, they need someone to mark the ball for GW. Now have a look. Everybody nearly in a quarter of the ground here. I think GWS want to keep people a few forwards back a bit further.
Diving on it was Ward, and then he lost it, and he let Bird take it because he was hoping for a free kick. Umpire wary.
Well, Patton's had the 2 possessions. Cameron hasn't touched it yet, and that was a real feature for me. Patton last week, first half of football, when the game was up for grabs, he was a real presence. There's none of that today.
McVeigh finding it hard to get free, and it's stagnating at the moment. It's not pretty.
Callum Ward gets a kick for high contact.
He's trying to lift this midfield.
There is Cameron.
This man, he's got to work a lot harder. He's trying to get the one over the back, you know, lead a bloke under and double back. You've got to mark the ball as a key position forward and in pressure situations.
A big switch on, but if you don't find your target, you put him under pressure. Davis along the line.
Left footer.
Yeah.
Oh, he went in right.
Good hands.
Yeah, but they're going to have to be quick here. Kelly, Frost. Kelly wants it back. Might get it off Shield. Shield's got some pace to burn, though. Now, over the top, Cameron went to ground.
And very slow getting up. So, if he's not fit, shouldn't be playing.
I'm not sure he is 100%.
That's a throw.
That's a throw. Chance Giants.
Good defensive pressure. Cameron gets back to the goal square quickly, but he is limping.
Now, this man is a goal kicker.
He likes to kick goals, doesn't he, Devon Smith?
Well, he pointed to the goals twice and then just turned his back on the forward 50 and walked back. He told everyone I'm having a shot. So, look at it. He's got his back to play.
18 goals, 9.
Never liked seeing that. Always
18 goals.
One of the first things you learn, isn't it?
Always think you should walk back facing goals in case someone pops up all on their own.
Smith.
Oh, that's a mongrel.
Yeah, it doesn't get much worse than that as far as... That was like the ball spun on the bottom of its axis the entire way there.
There was no helicopter in that because one blade came off.
Reverse gravity from Smith. Spoil should come here. Parker will be first to it for Sydney. It'll give to Smith. He's got beautiful vision, Smith. Kennedy over the top. Kennedy for the Giants.
Did well then.
Back to Hunt. Not sure about that one. And here they go again. Jack stepping through again. Whoop. Yes. Found his teammate in Pike, who was just standing still. Touched off the boot. They're running harder here, though, Sydney. Parker gets it from Lloyd, who wanted Cunningham. Not his best kick. Wilson under pressure. Josh Kennedy comes through. Parker again. Jack. Reed off the right boot. No. Only as far as Davis.
Gee, their handball clearances are just so much cleaner, the Sydney Swans, around the contest.
Grundy almost marked that with one hand. I guess the good thing for the Giants is, I mean, the Swans have been dominating, but they've only sort of got it to a 26-point lead, and we've played over 11 minutes of the quarter. We only managed the 1 goal. Pike doing well in the ruck. Bird, Mumford, fishes it through towards Kelly. He ran out of room and teammates. Goods, kind bounce for him. Smith back to Grundy. He's got Jetta in the middle. And look at the running from Lloyd, but Jetta decides to go long and direct and look in the Franklin direction. Couldn't quite drag it in. Josh Kennedy comes through. Little toe poke. Gets his own ball. Kept his feet. Straightened up. And one of the best individual goals of the night for Kennedy. He's having a stellar year, Josh Kennedy. 11 disposals already. He's the master of the contested possession, isn't he?
Well, before that goal, I thought they had done a fairly good job on him, you know. He's had 7 contested possession going at 25%, so they've pressured him, Matt, but yeah, he's had a sensational year.
Kick forward by Rampy. How will it sit here? Crummer needed for the Swans. Tippett's down low. He's up again. They all look to the man in blue, and they get no response.
So we're about just over 13 minutes into the second term. Kieran Jack's got 20 possessions to his name.
Ablett sort of stats, aren't they? Ablett had 45.
I don't reckon anybody knows who's on him. Palmer's come to him now, but
he's been playing on Dylan Shield. I think it's Dylan Shield.
Well, gee.
What he doesn't have, Jason, well, I think that's what we're sort of calling for, is someone to just go with him non-stop. Not all this, well, you take him now, I'll take him next or whatever.
Well, as Shorey said, maybe Reece Palmer's the one that can run with him.
Runner was just out to Treloar.
At least a senior player who might follow instructions.
Barry Hall will be happy. Cameron's got a stat.
And it looks like Reece Palmer is going there now, Shorey. So maybe the move's been made in the coach's box. Well, that's a one-handed handball.
One-handed handball. Not seen. Umpire was just at the back of that. So let's see what happens here with Palmer.
Just have a look at the Sydney Swans players on the goal side. Defensive goal. Look at them there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Matty, from that umpire on the left-hand side of the screen. If this comes out the back, it's a quick handball backwards. And they related well on GWS on that.
That was really well done. Treloar got it to Bug, who got it to Cornelio off the outside of the boot. He couldn't get free. And the kick only fell as far as Malcheski, and Sydney looked to run it out here quickly. Kick is a good one. It allows Rampy to keep moving in the right direction. So's that. Lloyd can take it and go. He decides to stop. Here's Goods. The kick sort of hung in the air for a while and now allowed Wilson to get there.
Oh, that's a strange kick. To a 1-on-2 and drilled it straight to the loose that was sitting in front in Nick Malcheski. So he'd be worried about the ball use. It's dropped off for GWS.
And that wasn't good ball use from the Sydney Swans. So can they make them pay on the way back?
Open goal square.
Open goal square. Hoskin Elliott. Mummy runs into a pocket.
Oh, use him.
Yeah, it was probably the one, wasn't it?
Now he hits it long. It's 2-on-1 again. And it's a boundary throw. And Patton looks up and says, we got to kick it earlier when I'm 1-on-1.
He led to the pocket, and then it was ignored, and then they kicked it back where the numbers were. He's got every right to look back and say, what on earth was that? The forward starts to lead less and less when you don't honour the lead.
Down to Shield with some time. Back to Kennedy. Adam Kennedy to Bug. Smith spots a man. And Shield right on his limit. And he didn't want it. And he gave it back to Bug. No, Cornelio.
He'll take a 52, 53 metre kick.
Maybe the protection from that stand might help him.
I'm not sure he can get home from here. Cornelio. It's coming back a bit, but it's going to stay there. It's left. Just to behind. So no goals so far for the Giants in this quarter. As you can see on the clock, we've played 16.25 minutes. Buddy having a spell. 3 goals already to the champ. Malcheski with that magnificent left leg. Drills it to McGlynn. Quite often go to a small on the way out, don't they? To a Jack or a McGlynn.
Oh.
Well, that's a turnover. Cameron couldn't do much with it. Went to ground when he shouldn't have.
And I reckon he could have marked the ball too. He just doesn't look right. Doesn't look right.
Here go the Swans again. Kennedy, time to see what's ahead. Well done by Palmer. He's got the job on, Jack. He stole it from him. He used his hands.
Finish off.
They can really work it out here. Kelly now. Patton decided to go around the corner. Superb smother by Malcheski. And they'll get very despondent soon if they don't get a goal from some of those forward entries, the Giants, because that should have been a goal.
Look at McGlynn running hard into space again.
And he's got it.
I don't think Frost is the man to play on McGlynn, but anyway, they've gone with these matchups. They've got a lot more bad kick. I think they're bringing Sydney down to their level with the kick disposal efficiency.
They're 31 points up. They should be 50 or 60 points up. Just a couple of errant kicks have kept the Giants within range. Here's Buddy back on the ground.
Yeah, that's a poor kick from Tim Moore. He had numbers on the switch, and he just went long up the line to where Sydney wanted him to kick the ball.
Malcheski gets around. Goods. Too good. To McVeigh. Tight angle, though, on the 50-metre line. Been well held so far, McVeigh. Just the 5 disposals.
Left footer. You're not going to stop that kick, but it's a left footer swinging board with the wind coming across your left shoulder. This should suit Buddy.
Well, the bare 15 metres, isn't it?
Well, here we go. This is a very tough kick, but he's on song at the moment.
Throwing out the face of the goal. That's where he needs to do it. This will come back with the breeze.
Out he goes. Play on. Gets around. Wheels it back. And he missed. We're not used to seeing him miss.
And that's a lucky let-off for GWS. I mean, you're marking the player from playing on, and then to get sold a little bit of candy like that, nearly got punished. Could create some run.
Hunt's kick to a one-on-one situation with the ruckman. Kelly gets front and square, did well.
Just kick the ball sometimes, get some distance.
Tomlinson got it from Hoskin Elliott.
Good kick.
Measured pass to Cameron. Can he come around? No one on the goal at the goal square, so he's got to find a target.
He's got to hold on to the ball.
Chipped it to Tomlinson, who kept going. It's a hard run of Tomlinson.
He kicks the ball a long way too, so I think you've got to take these on. Every shot you get, that you might just get a goal to get the emotion in the game.
Doesn't really look as though he wants to kick it for goal. Has a ping, though. Just a bit high.
If he had a bit more confidence in himself, he might have thought...
Oh, the body language was all the opposite, wasn't it?
I don't know whether how Johnny Longmire will look at this quarter. He'd be thinking, boys, like you said, Matty, should be probably another 4 or 5 goals up, but scoreboard's everything.
Cameron a chance here.
2-1 here.
Over the shoulder free kick against Reid.
So a couple of quick possessions for Jeremy Cameron. Hopefully he can get himself into the game. Just needs to hit a target here.
Can he get home from here, Tony?
Oh, well, normally you would think this ball's going to go left to right, but he doesn't think so. And there's a turnover.
Still a chance, though, the Giants. They've still got possession. And they've got a loose man.
Good hands.
And that loose man is Jack's. And it's touched on the line.
That's the sort of night they're having. They cannot buy a goal, GWS. Creating opportunity after opportunity, but just can't get that clean use of the football to give the player that's having the final shot the time and space to make sure of it.
This is McGlynn. Sydney by 30 points. Smith by hand. But Grundy wide. And he heads in the Bird direction.
Gee, they go deep in their midfield, don't they, Sydney? McGlynn, Bird. We know the stars in their midfield, but McVeigh, Kennedy.
Hanbury's not there.
2 Jacks. Hanbury's not there. It's pretty impressive.
Tip at the target. Ball over the back. Boundary throw-in.
It's just hard to see where their run's going to come from, GWS. It's stagnant. There's been a couple of periods where they've got open. They've hit a couple of targets, but for the most part, they're not creating it, not working hard enough to create opportunities for each other.
Pike in front. Mumford over the back. McVeigh sharks it well. To the square he goes. Ball is alive here for Buddy.
Stay on his left.
He's around one. He might have to get around a couple. He gave it back to his partner, and Tippett says, your turn, have a go. Five of the 7 goals to Franklin and Tippett. two-pronged forward attack, which, if it continues in this vein and they both stay fit, come September,
Matty,
will be enormous.
It's very quickly become the #1 forward combination in the competition by a country mile.
Yep. Palmer gets back onto his left. Long ball in. Spoiled from Rampy. Malcheski read it best. To Rampy, combining with Bird, and away they run it. Out in front of Cunningham.
Nathan Hall! You're right there.
Cameron and Patton have had 6 possessions between them, haven't hit the scoreboard, and up the other end, the two keys have kicked their 5 goals. A little bit of a difference, but it is the ball supply too.
Yep. Goods.
Lack of pressure here.
Kennedy, McGlynn, now Lloyd. Should have a shot at goal. It's not bad. Ooh. Just off to the right.
He just tried to come off for a stint on the bench as well. Lloyd got sent back, straight involved in the play. Adam Goods is starting to prove a little bit of a thorn forward. A couple of times Josh Hunt has just sat off him. You've got to compete with him when he goes for the mark like that. He shouldn't be able to take a second grab mark because the fish should be there to knock it away.
Inside 50s, 24 to 22. So not much differential there.
15 scoring shots to 8.
Yep, but 1 goal only for the 22 entries. This is Davis on the boundary line. Patton, not again, just not as clean as he'd want to be.
Just
Jones
popping up all the time, aren't they?
Through the middle of the ground they go. Oh, and there's another good mark, and this time it's Tippett's turn.
They were completely outnumbered, the Swans, but no one able to spoil it.
As he marked it.
Umpire just explaining as he marked it high. So
Let it go, guys.
no 50, I guess, but
Right here.
just say he marked it.
Right here.
Just say, yeah.
Say much else.
Right
Just
here.
there's a replay in the box there. He just marked it.
15 seconds,
He was
Kate.
a fraction late.
Little clip from Josh Hunt.
So we just saw him kick one, courtesy of the assist from Franklin. This one all on his own merit, and we're right behind him for his third. And he's missed that one.
44 more uncontested possessions to the Sydney Swans, and a lot of them are coming from a contest with quick hands out the back, and the others just using each other, running harder.
Hard running, Shorey. That's exactly what it is.
Whitfield, the recipient of the Jacks kick in. And he hasn't got a lot to kick to, though. He's got to wait. No tall timber, and that's exactly what he had to do because he had no tall targets to aim at. Now we get a very long kick to a tall target, and Patton
Got a mark.
and he got that one to stick.
3 metres, Nick. One more.
Where's the hard running? Very congested, and where Sydney have been great is just forcing them to repeatedly kick it long up the line, and then they turn it over. They normally get hand passes out the back, and
On the back,
comes
and
back.
away it comes
Yeah.
around in the circle. 26 minutes gone in this second quarter. Swans in control, both in tempo and on the scoreboard. Mumford got rid of Pike. Hard to get through there. Palmer, Bug,
Easy.
and a baller.
Easy, thank you. Good tackles. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Josh. Thank you. Straight back. And it rocked away. High on.
Did well there, Pike. Did really well. Speaking of doing well, Buddy's got. Look at this. He ran past 10 of them. And kicks one of the best goals you'll see this year. Franklin's on fire here. Over the last 5 weeks, he's averaging 4 goals a game. He's already got 4 before half-time. There's no doubt that he gave one off the tip, but I mean, he could end up with double figures
Yeah,
tonight.
I keep saying it. Everybody knocked him in the first month. They played in the wet 3 weeks in a row, where it was a quagmire, if you could have a quagmire in the modern game, and no tall forward had an impact. You
He
can have
might
this
get
one.
another. He might have 5 to half-time, not 15. And Moore with a little bit of aggression just dumps him on the ground. We've got a ball up.
The other thing, though, for Franklin to run through that contest, I think Leon Cameron would be pulling his hair out that no one was sort of just like a wall across that half-back line, waiting for someone to come through that area. And I know Buddy's got enough speed and power to break it, but you had to have someone sitting back knowing that that's where you're either going to receive a handball off the contest or block the forward runner.
Pike just flipped it towards Tippett. Look at the Sydney Swans players just waiting for it. Quick hands. And it ends up from Smith to Rampy. Up high it goes. And it's going to be a Giants ball. Swans have just got real control of this game at the moment. 44-point lead.
He's had
late
to push,
the second term.
He's had to push deep into defence, Jonathan Patton, and Grundy's gone down with him, so it's just clogging it up. And they don't even look like going forward now, GWS.
And Patton kicks it out on the full. It just goes from bad to worse at the moment. And watch this for a big switch. Jetta might be next. Reed to Jones to Jetta. Can take it and go. Where's Franklin? Here he is. Moore almost the one-hander. Siren sounds before Franklin could get involved and perhaps kick his fifth. But he's had a great first half. He's kicked 2 in both quarters. And the Giants have only managed the 1 goal. Sydney 8. So a very big half for the Sydney Swans, putting that first round defeat way back in their memory. Half-time here at the SCG. 44 points the margin. We'll take a break, take a good look at the first half when we return. Oh, we won't?
Sometimes you just got to have a bit of kamikaze attack at the ball where you take a pack out to show everybody you're fair dinkum, and even a spillage might get a goal from that. That's not happening at the moment. Well, that's not a good start in the second half.
Reece Palmer's on the long sleeve. Is that cool out there? Don't see the orange long sleeve very often. There it is.
Well, hopefully those long sleeves will be all over Kieran Jack for the second half from a GWS perspective.
Well, he's got the first clearance. He's got the first kick of the third quarter, and it's a difficult bounce. There is Jack. Up, down. Not 15. Malcheski will barrel it forward. That'll go more than 15. Wilson. Franklin was steaming through. Moore got it first, though. Tackled well. McGlynn. Treloar. Oh, I'm not sure where Moore was thinking they were away, but
he was pointing to someone to pick up his opponent.
Pick up Buddy. Someone go get Buddy. Richards. Over the back it went. That's Ward and Rampy. And ball up. Cameron just went right underneath that.
Callum Ward's had 8 possession, boys. It might be he who might be able to go forward and give him another target up there, a competitor within the forward 50. He only had the 8 possessions for the game.
And it's down on recent weeks. Well done by Tim Moore that time. Palmer linking up with Treloar, but he's caught on his left side. He's going to have to go back to Treloar, who wobbles it forward, and Big Mike Pike's got it.
Oh, Shane. Stay out, Jeremy, come out.
Just give it off to Malcheski, as he often does. And he spots up Goods, who missed it, but then tried to flip it over towards Reed, who got it going again. And Palmer started this third quarter well. Now Cornelio. Now some run. Some cutting through ball. Cornelio back.
If he gets a good hand pass, he's having a shot for goal.
Yeah, he missed the target. And Smith is going back.
And now he's under real pressure.
He's got 2 to beat here, Jacks. That's not 15. Smith back over to Jack. Still in play. Wants to go long. Hoskin it up. First back, Laidler. Patton's got him, though. Laidler did well. Ball spills free now. Ward got through. Did really well. Gave it over to Whitfield, and they get a goal.
You can see Johnny Longmire going ballistic there. Now, Kieran Jack's been fantastic, 23 possessions, but I reckon they were playing against each other. He wasn't goal side of the contest. I'm just wondering whether Johnny Longmire's might get the message out to Kieran Jack. You've got to defend too.
Hi, Josh Kennedy.
Free kick to Kennedy, but that's certainly the intensity that Leon Cameron would like from Callum Ward. That's what we expect from him. Nice goal assist.
Like I said, I'd rather see Ward go. It looked like he was forward then, but we'll see what happens.
Spoil from Davis. McVeigh cleverly back to Lloyd. Now Bird can straighten up and have a ping. He just manages it behind.
Thanks, Adam. Shane.
Leon Cameron at ground level.
Gee,
at
that
the moment.
sloppy kick off one step.
Yeah. Hoskin Elliott comes in. Ball spills to ground level and Kelly overruns it. Now they dive all over it. Rampy's there. Ward will get him. Hoskin Elliott comes up with it. But as usual, there's usually 3 or 4 people attached to it.
Just saw Callan Ward win a really good ground ball that resulted in a goal, but that's where Sydney dominated GWS in the first half. Whenever there was a loose contested ball at ground level, they were the ones that came away with it.
Towards Franklin. Ward again. Moore off a step, just trying to clear the ball away from the danger zone, and the desired result is a boundary throw, and he got it.
I think a number of those younger players, you called Kelly, who had the ground level, but just not worried about contact around him, but knowing that, you know, at this level you have to keep your hands under. Nearly take some dirt in your nails to keep your ball, the hands low enough to grab the ball.
There's a good pick up from Jeddah. Hot one for Jones. Devon Smith, Kelly. High ball up. Cameron searches for Richards, and Richards very happy with that situation. An easy one to spoil.
Well, at least he competed in the air then. He was on the wrong side of the body, but got a stoppage for the side there, Jeremy Cameron.
So from the throw-in, it's Mumford and Pike. Jeddah's loose. Mumford got it further forward, and a kick from Malcheski has found Reid, who was playing in front. Told to go. And just drills one low to Bird. In turn, Cunningham.
Yeah, they've got the corridor here.
Oh, dangerous
That's
kick.
a poor kick. Straight to Big Patton.
They're going to move it in quickly while they got options.
Cameron leads. Should be on it. It is. Just missing his target. Now, how will this go? Cameron up against Richards. Keeps it in. Looks at Hoskin Elliott. Waits. And put him under some pressure. But Hoskin Elliott's equal to the task. He got clear. He got the ball deep into the pocket. Ward here again, using his strength, using his body, fished it out towards Frost. Kept on his feet that time, Frosty. By hand. They've still got it. Quick kick up from Wilson to the goal square. And Grundy, he loves that situation.
Gee, Callum Ward's competitive nature has
He's
already
come out
given him
after
something.
half-time, hasn't he?
But as a small forward, Matt, that's where they've got him there. Just shows you, forwards, you don't need it on a, you know, on a plate every time delivered to you. You've got to compete.
Been a big difference the way the two teams have taken the ball out of defence from kickouts.
Look at this. This is easy here at the moment. Kennedy got it from Malcheski. Moore tried to trap it. Franklin's got it. High ball to the square. Everybody goes down. How will it bounce? Still going, Tippett. And they've won a boundary throw. There's a bit of push and shove here.
Yeah, well done,
Former
Davis.
pros, Davis and Tippett. Quick throw in. It'll just suit Mummy. And he managed to get it out on the second attempt. Picked up by McGlynn, and he kicks a beauty. He is so dangerous when he gets the ball inside 50. He works hard and he runs hard, Jason, but he can kick a goal. That's goal number 150 for Ben McGlynn in 136 games. Swans' first goal of the quarter. Palmer was going past, but he didn't have it. Jack gave it up. Quick hands. Treloar, Shield, Kennedy back to Shield. And they spread it to Whitfield. And some hard running needed to get to the space. Wilson provides the lead for him. So too Treloar, who was involved early. So that's good running.
Yep.
Wilson.
Strange hand pass.
Hot handball, didn't need it.
He was legged.
It'll be the ball will come back for Wilson.
Hold each other. Hold each other. Play on.
He needs a tall option that's going to present.
He spots a man in the middle. That's
Great
good vision.
kick.
Spotted Frost just drifting down.
Gee, that's good vision, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you are.
Chips it to the top of the square. Cameron got him.
Do you know that's
Well, things are looking better.
It's one of the few times he's been able to fight his way to the front, out-body Ted Richards. And one of the first times he's actually pressed for the mark.
Thanks, Mike. Too long, Jeremy.
I
So
think Teddy was looking for the body then, Jason, and just missed it as he propped. And his lateral movement got him to the front position.
So Cameron needs to kick this for himself and the team, and he makes no mistake. And the Giants have got their third. So a couple of things we were looking for at half-time, Jason.
Yep.
Some intensity around the ball. We've got it from Ward. We've got Cameron into the game.
Yep.
And the margin's back to 38.
Back up Ruckman for this centre bounce. Patton against Reid.
All right, guys.
It's going to come back.
I'm going to say this again. I think the bounce up of the ball is one thing that does make congestion. In that now, you know, they go out with a square and you haven't got people around it. I just throw it up, bounce it at the start of the quarter, but after that, just throw it up. I reckon things would flow a lot better.
Canelio can't get a flow on. He's going to be caught. Oh, I thought for a second it was that little hesitation to get from the umpire, but he was going to ping him.
Straight back.
And boys, as you've seen, Callum Ward, they're actually isolating him at the centre stoppage. They're putting him back. He's the most dangerous forward up there at the moment. I know Cameron just took a nice mark, but he's the one that's been competing, contesting. They're starting to isolate him inside the forward 50.
Yeah, and Sydney have responded by putting Nick Smith on him.
Yeah, and there's a quick kick forward by Wilson. Valiant attempt at a mark. Ward again. Chance here for Sheila around the corner.
On a bounce
Bad
here.
bounce for Malcheski.
Gee, he did well, Malcheski.
Yeah.
He could have tackled him then, thinking that he had the ball, not knowing where it was, but he just bumped instead. Really
Smart
great
footballer,
ball.
isn't he?
He's all Australian, Nick Malcheski.
Patton and Reid again. Patton was trying to flick it over the back. It falls for Parker, though, for the Swans.
Whoa.
Hot handball, gave it up. Cameron comes in. He's wrapped up by Josh Kennedy. There was a half chance there for the Giants.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not right.
Please.
Lee Fisher's the umpire. He's had plenty of AFL experience. Maybe he had a better angle than we had. He deemed no effort.
Jeremy Cameron had to sort of smack the hell out, make out that he was trying to hit it out, but anyway.
Didn't look it from up here anyway, but we'll move on. We've forgotten about it. Nice mark by Parker.
Yeah.
Nice mark, Franklin.
Great ball use by Luke Parker, wasn't it?
Franklin towards McVeigh. Over the back, it falls for Lloyd. Can he keep it in? If he can, he's got a man up forward. Hits the line. Palmer hits Bird hard, and he's got it out eventually.
He took a risk. Josh Hunt, he came third man up, but didn't impact the contest. It got over the back.
Let him run. Oh!
Here's Cameron.
So is he making an effort?
problem,
He's
John.
got his
trying.
arms held.
Yeah, that's just
You can't punch the ball when you've got two arms held.
that's a poor decision. Umpiring's been pretty good, but that was pretty clear.
I reckon that's the one decision they have the most difficulty with, is deeming what's a respectable effort given the circumstances. And sometimes it depends on what part of the arm's being held by the tackler, how strong the tackler is. It's a really subjective thing.
Mumford, he fancied himself against Reid, and he got it over to Ward, who got through, hit a brick wall. Jones kicks his first goal in AFL football, and look at him, they go to him now.
Matty, I doubt there's a purer joy in football than kicking your very first goal.
Oh, you've kicked 100, though. That might be fairly good, kicking 100.
Your first one, there's nothing like it. It's special.
It is special, and that was Zach Jones's first. And importantly for the Swans, they've got 10, and they get their margin back out to 44. But the Giants are hanging in the third quarter. Malcheski, only eyes for the footy, great courage. Terrific mark.
Move it on. You, mate. All you.
It's all, and also on that, Jake, no one ever forgets their first.
No, correct.
Smith drills it into the middle. Cunningham.
You always know where it was, who it was against,
Victoria Park.
and who gave it to you.
Albie Smets.
MCG did it all myself. Franklin marks inside 450.
I love it, Matty. Oh, this guy's, he's been exciting, hasn't he? Coming up for goal number 5. He's really starting to get rhythm in this Sydney lineup now, and they kick the ball so well to him. They're very good, the way they organise their forward line, the Swans. They're very aware of who needs the space. They provide the best space for each other, and you very rarely see them leading to the same spots.
Franklin for his 5th. Right on 50.
Oh, Paul.
All clear.
Squeezes in for a behind.
I reckon you are right there, Jason. Even when they're under pressure against good teams, you don't see their forward line players crash in and make big pack situations. They're just really, really well drilled.
As good as anyone at making one-on-one contests for their forwards.
Yeah, Zach Jones might have got a fingertip on that, so it'll be a boundary throw-in. Long bomb from Hunt.
I reckon Zach Jones a little bit like his brother. I think he don't like a hard ball.
Oh, he loves it. Loves it. In fact, I suspect he prefers it to the easy one, sure.
Pike down in front. Ball ricochets out the back, though. Reid, quick hands. Wanted McVeigh. McVeigh wraps up Hoskin in it.
Sydney play a little slow to get up from the stoppage as Josh Kennedy just holding
the head.
neck, the back of the head. And they just cop one. Straight back into it. Big and tough.
Treloar. Shield. Nice tackle, Laidler. But Shield managed to get it back to Treloar, who floats it to centre forward. Strong mark. Now, running back towards the goal, he's got an option.
He's having a ping.
Oh, no, he's kicked it out on the full.
That's a really poor
point.
He's kicked that a long way, though.
Yeah, but it was half one, half the other, yeah.
There's Kennedy. Oh, Mummy got him.
In the chest. He just ran into the chest and maybe whipped the head back a bit.
Accidental.
Yeah, but Patton, if he goes back and kick the distance, or if he's going to hit it out in front of Tomlinson, pull the kick.
The bloke, yeah.
I think he should have taken more time because he no doubt about the distance.
And that's why they've kicked 3 goals, 9. I mean, 9 goals, 3, you're in the contest.
This is Laidler tight on the boundary.
Cheddar's worked hard. Doesn't get enough of the ball for a man blessed with his athletic prowess. Just possession number 10.
I'm with you.
For Lewis Cheddar.
I think at times he doesn't work hard enough either. Although he's done a couple of pre-seasons with Kieran Jack, I think, in the last 2. And last year had a fairly solid year.
Tell you what, we can't downplay the work that Reece Palmer's doing on Kieran Jack.
That's 4 disposals for the quarter for Jack in 17 minutes.
And he had, you know what, he had 22 with about 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Didn't have another one in that quarter, and now he's really finding it hard to get. Because he was clearly best on in the first half. He's still up to 26 possessions and a goal, but Reece Palmer really making him work.
Twice he's had 34 as his personal best, so he's still on track to have that. From the clearance, though, Jeddah searching for it. Got it. Very good handball over to Cunningham. Now he's got Rampy cruising by. Rampy back to Cunningham. Now in some space. Now with some time. Now with a forward to kick it to. Should have hit Tippett. Didn't. Goods comes in to lend a hand. The fend off. And then the ball to the top of the square, but it's all Giants.
Gee,
and it's Canelio.
Phil Davis will be relieved. He got fended off by Adam Goods far too easily. Dangerous.
Very dangerous handball, but Bug
did well, Bug.
Didn't he?
They're going to give it back here eventually.
Doing
Frost.
their best, aren't they? No, good hands.
Yeah, that was nice work from Whitfield.
A good kick.
Now Cameron has it.
So Patton one out.
Got to go. Go deep.
And steady heads over the top of Devon Smith.
Devon Smith over the top. When you've got the key forward sitting inside 50, it's not the biggest ground in the AFL.
I had to kick it to either Patton or Mumford, who were the only 2 up forward, both one out.
Good news is they're holding the scoreboard.
Yep.
44 points.
Holding his arm. Sydney free kick.
Free kick to Mike Pike.
Oh, this has been a massive battle, this one. Mumford's had 5 possession. Pike has come up for his 5th too, coming up for his 5th.
Pike's been good.
But it's been the non-dominance, I think, of Mumford.
Good work here by Sydney. Look at the hard running from both Lloyd and Cunningham going to the wing. But unfortunately, Grundy dropped it before they got there. But Lloyd to help out off the outside of the boot.
That's a poor kick.
It's a poor kick. Should fall for Dylan Shield. Got a call out the back from Frost. And misses Kelly. That's a really poor handle.
Yeah, and now they'll be in real trouble.
Under not a lot of pressure there, Frost. Missed him completely. Shepherd from McVeigh. Kick from Goods. Collect from Tippett. Mummy gets Franklin.
That could have been disastrous. He just brushed him. I thought he was going to knock him into next week there. I'm glad he didn't raise anything.
Oh, you know, everything with Mummy's accidental, Chase.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm glad he kept the elbow down.
Long kick out.
Oh, that's a push in the back.
Patton going there.
Yeah, well spotted by the downfield umpire. Really well spotted.
Bring it back.
You can complain all you like. Two hands in the middle of the back just pushed him underneath the footy.
So Patton just chipped it. Not sure.
Well,
to Smith.
Sydney got 2 or 3 loose.
Yeah.
Malcheski, Jetta sitting in the spot.
Josh Kelly.
He's gone over the top there.
And we'll have a behind.
Oh, here's Big Mummy.
Here we go.
Oh,
He got him low. He got him on the chest. If he had have got him any higher, I think Buddy was just playing for a free kick. That could have been nasty.
Could have been very nasty.
Oh,
He's got rid of him again.
Just thrown him out of the way.
Mike Pike's got hold of Mummy there, and he releases Kennedy. Josh Kennedy spots Sam Reid, and they do it well. It's a free kick.
Has to be.
And again, the quick transition from the behind, and they'll go coast to coast, and Reid should kick the goal.
Well, they were Mike Pike in the first round of the year, and with Mumford gone, you're just worried how much impact it took away from Mike Pike having to take the load. And he missed a few games through injury. He's come here tonight with something to prove, saying, hey, mate, I wasn't just second fiddle to you. I played in that grand final, and I did my part, because he outbotted him beautifully then.
Reid for the finish. He just gets it, but goal Sydney. Nice finish from Reid, but you'd have to say that was a nice team goal, and Pike was a big part of it. It's a fascinating battle. 5 disposals, Mumford, 6 for Pike. Pike is at effective kicking efficiency of 0. He's only had the 1 kick, but he stopped Mumford from being a dominant force. Oh, they've given it up again. Too many handballs.
Far too many.
Goods on the left boot. Tip at the target. Davis in front.
Well
made it the best.
Good body positioning for that contest.
You love a defender who just goes at the ball in the air. Oh, look at the kick.
Strange kick.
Just give him a rap and nearly turned over.
It might work, but it was still a 50-50
It was 50-50 everywhere in the middle.
15 points!
Not 15. It comes to Lloyd. He's getting better each game, Lloyd. And Tippett, maybe. Where's Goods? Here he is. He palms off Palmer. Gives it back to Jetta, who can go around the corner and say thank you very much. Last 3 goals for the Swans. Jetta gets that one, and all of a sudden it's back out to 55.
Yeah, they've come quickly. They have the ability to score quickly, Sydney. Back
in the middle. The battle continues, but the ruckman. Canelio's kick couldn't get clear. Jack. He wins a free kick against Canelio. And away he goes. Not his best kick, but it still might work here. Davis under extreme pressure. Tip it into his back.
Yeah, with all the supply that they've had, he's done a fair job, Phil Davis.
Yep.
2 goals to tip it and got one over the top, of course. So, no, he's done really well.
Geez,
just too many handballs again.
Got them in trouble.
Killing him, isn't it?
Yeah. And there's another one, but got to get a kick in soon. Now they'll get one from Shield. Down the line he'll go. Patton arrives. Richards. Too high over. The tackle came from Cameron. Richards misses his target. Whitfield came at it, and it's a high free kick against Whitfield.
It looked like he bumped him in the side.
Yeah. It's Laidler's ball, and he wanted to give it off to Malcheski.
No, that's a bump. That's a bump on the shoulder, hip and shoulder. Nothing high about that. Little bloke sits the big bloke down. You don't mind seeing that every now and then.
Cunningham's kick is out in front of Kennedy, who had Smith in a headlock.
He can play like a centre-half forward.
Yeah.
Josh Kennedy's that big and strong.
Just thought he might have got high on Smith there, but anyway, it's Sydney, but they've just been a bit untidy themselves in the last few minutes. Now some time and space for Treloar. Chipped it to Mumford. He in turn goes wider to Tomlinson. Treloar doesn't want it.
They just don't have the players working hard enough running forward of the footy.
Hunt puts it out in front of Patton, who can wheel back. And hook it long towards Cameron. Grundy.
Oh, he's hurt too, Grundy. Had to stretch for that. Well done.
Thomas Bugg very happy to make some body contact and just crash into him too, which I think he just acknowledges there, Grundy. Just enjoyed making him earn it.
Cornelio, quick hands to Palmer, trying to get through some traffic. Finally got the ball out. Now Bird. Cornelio, quick hands. Mumford. Mumford. That'll do.
Was it
It's
not?
still
Oh,
in.
it bounced straight up.
Wow. Can you believe it? You could have sworn that would have gone through.
That's unlucky.
And they just don't get a kind bounce, and that goes to the boundary.
Yeah, what a time behind play too, boys. Kieran Jack got hit off the ball. Yeah, here we go. There's a free kick behind play, and the umpies see it.
Retaliation. Is this the retaliation that got spotted? Is it?
I tell you where this happened. Kieran Jack was not waiting for any contact and shouldn't have got contact at the contest about 30 seconds ago. He was blindsided, and we mightn't see it.
Remonstrate, did he?
Yeah, and then Kieran Jack kept going at him because it was pretty ordinary off the ball. We mightn't see it because it was that far off the ball, but that's how it all started. They've been blueing since that time. The umpires seen him retaliate.
So Bugg with the free kick. He kicked the first goal for the Giants. He's lining up for his second. Directly in front, 35 metres out. It's a straightforward kick, and it's straight through. So one when you didn't expect it for the Giants. Two goals to Thomas Bugg, in that one in controversial circumstances. Jack now with Treloar. Well, certainly that centre bounce anyway. Palmer standing toe-to-toe with Bird. Jack went past it. Kennedy didn't. Here's Jack again. Somehow Bird got it to Jones. And he's going to kick a check side.
That's the big one.
40 metres around. It's going to hold up. Went in circles there, and reading it well was Wilson. He wanted to play on quickly to Smith. In turn, Whitfield. He's got a good leg, so rather see him use his leg rather than handball. That's why Hoskin Elliott jumped early, and it may go out, and it does.
It's one of the few times, though, and I know it was only Will Hoskin Elliott, who's not one of the key forwards, but he ran and jumped at the ball and took the pack out. We haven't seen much of that from the GWS forwards.
Holding Kieran Jack. Kieran Jack, free kick.
Yeah.
Against Palmer, that one.
Against Palmer.
That's raised his head.
Possession number 28 for Kieran Jack.
Play on.
He was standing there and got called to play on.
Not a good kick, though. Should come back in pretty quick. Oh, Shields spilt it. Here comes McLean.
Oh,
he's a good tackler.
Yeah. He was under the pump. You pay your price when you fumble.
Little toe poke forward by Goods. And again, Frost goes to ground, wants to paddle it over the line. We'll have a throw in. We've got... Here we go, Shield. Look at the tackle from McLean.
Yeah, he's fantastic
Great
like that.
tackle.
You don't mind if you get a player who's not a great tackler, but when you fumble like that and that person's around the area...
Why wasn't the tackle rewarded, Shore?
Oh, but I don't know, probably
He
not
took
enough
him on.
time.
He took him on. So he's trying to put a little shake and bake on him. Yep.
Yeah.
Treloar's kick, Grundy back to help out, and he's the loose man there, and he takes the mark. So often switches in that circumstance, decided not to.
But they've always got the option. They always work hard to get to the open side.
And they do in the end. Oh, Richard sells them all.
Dummy.
Straight up the middle he goes. Now, the kick is wide. And read better by Davis.
Oh,
Free kick.
Gee, there wasn't a lot in it, was there? Thought he used the body okay, Phil Davis.
Long kick in. Moore waits for the bounce. McGlynn looking dangerous. Moore's got it. Wants to get it out of the danger zone. He found a man. And they've got 10 seconds to do something here, the Giants. They've got to be very clean. They don't know about the clock. Treloar into space. Time will beat them. But a better performance by the Giants. 4 goals to 3 in that quarter. Callum Ward started things. He got some intensity going. A goal to Bugg when Kieran Jack was involved. We may have a closer look at that later on. But it's 3-quarter time here at the SCG. In the Sydney Derby, the Swans lead the Giants by 49. Back with the last quarter after this.
I still think that man Kieran Jack in one half has sort of set this whole thing up in one way, but anyway, and a man's kicked 4 goals too, playing at full forward.
That's why they didn't ask you, Shorey.
That's why we had a discussion when you went to get a cup of tea.
And I bet you he leads the full forward way too, don't worry about that.
Here we go. Last quarter underway. Kieran Jack trying to get there first. Ball falls for Tomlinson, though, for the Giants. Handball just a little bit in front of Kelly. Tomlinson kept going. Promising build-up here. Hunt.
Going the wrong way.
They're going the wrong way, Matty.
From the wing to the back pocket.
Yeah. Just needed to get something going.
Oh, gee, they're lucky they marked
That
that.
had to be a perfect kick.
Jacks to Palmer. Wilson. And Whitfield standing on his own.
Well, they're out here.
Yeah.
They can go.
And it was a deliberate ploy to go back and across. Cornelio found his target.
You know,
Callum Ward.
I thought they were kicking the wrong end.
It looked like it, didn't it?
That's one of their best passages of play.
Yeah.
Even though they went backwards from the wing to the back pocket, they then changed direction and found loose players.
So Ward playing up forward at the moment and got him going in the start of that third quarter with a great goal assist from 50. Bangs it pretty well. Will hold its line. It does.
Well done.
Good finish, Callum Ward. First goal for the final quarter to the Giants. Just holding again the Giants on the scoreboard back to 43. 12 goals to 5. In the middle, Jack knew that Palmer was coming.
Ducked his head, didn't he?
Kennedy took the advantage, and now Sydney are away. Cunningham to Franklin. One-on-one situation there from Tippett and Davis, and Hunt left his man to help out. Treloar, Wilson pokes it down the line towards Patton. Contest is enough. That goes and gets it himself. Franklin gets him. And that'll be holding the ball.
Oh, he's got to be. Gee whiz. Well, once he was fronted by Franklin and the ball came, they fell to the ground. There was no way known he could get rid of that. The holding the ball decision is the interpretation, which is it's a wonderment at times about what the supporters think.
Well, it causes the most debate.
It does, yeah, no doubt. Our game is the hardest sport, I think, in the world to adjudicate.
Sydney do okay to just go back and release Grundy. And he kicks it long inside forward 50. Josh Kennedy, so good in this situation. Tried to get back towards Cheddar. Here's Palmer. Treloar out in front of Whitfield. Too slow.
Oh, good tap.
Franklin's got him. He might get his second holding the ball decision in a minute, and he does.
Well, that one he did deserve because he took a couple of steps to law, had prior opportunity. Let's have a look. 1, 2, yeah, he's looking to kick. That's a great tackle.
That's
the hand pass bouncing to him didn't help, did it? It's been one of their downfalls today. Use the ball by hand, GWS.
Franklin wants him to come to him.
You don't want to overcommit. There's another fend. You've got to tackle the hips. Don't reach at the arm that's fending you.
Tippett couldn't keep it in.
Well, he's got a long arm, Franklin, on a little bloke. You just need to get under it and attack the hips.
I tell you what, if I was chasing him, I'd try and corral him because you'd know that his leg speed too could beat most people.
What do you think of Leon Cameron coaching from the bench again tonight, Shorey?
I find it hard when you're trying to look at setups. It's good to give information to players individually, but when you talk, now Buddy might be in trouble. That's dropping the ball.
But surely
back for Patton.
there's others in the coach's box that can look after the structures and those sorts of things.
Yeah, can they? You're a senior coach. That's what you're getting paid for. It depends on what he needs. If he wants development, I think, yeah, it's not bad. But if you want to see how they flow and how their setups can working out in the ground and who's making the right decisions, I think it's a lot easier sitting in the box. But, he'll know the situation they're in.
Patton gets plenty of distance on his kicks. Sydney with the numbers. Laidler goes back by hand. Grundy thinks about McVeigh. Still going back to Malcheski. Kennedy went past it. Now Treloar.
Oh, that's a 2-metre kick.
4-metre kick. And Josh Kennedy. Well, he took the ball away and he took Kelly away and he's still got boot to ball.
That's a great handle.
McVeigh opens up the space for Parker to run into. Takes a bounce. Not 15 for Buddy. Back towards Parker. Or Tippett. Tippett flips it to Parker. Involved 3 times. Centering ball. Big punch away by Wilson, though. How will it bounce? For Jack. Lost it. Tippett. Moore's got him. And you must admit, the Giants have got the intensity at a level that's competitive.
Just didn't have it in the first half, unfortunately. There's Leon Cameron.
Whitfield. Just a little release there. That's a good tackle from Hunt on McGlynn. It spills out, though. Reed. Kinnear and Leo got it from Bug. No one to kick to. It'll just roll forward and Sydney will send it back in. Grundy. Floating kick. Not a good kick. Bit of pressure here for Lloyd. Wilson. Did well, Lloyd. And he got some help. Good individual effort from him. Smith hates to waste the footy. But it might just suit the Giants here. Kennedy. 1-2 with Treloar. Now he's run out of room. Frost back to Kennedy. And he kicks long. He wants Palmer. He's got to beat a couple. He might. It goes over the back for Palmer. He can straighten up and miss.
That's a horrendous miss after a very fortunate... The kick to Palmer was to a 1-on-3 with the ruckman Pike backing back. He fumbled the mark over the back. He should have taken it. And he was gifted a goal. And unfortunately, the foot skills of Reece Palmer just letting him down. I'd like to have seen John Longmire in the box if he hadn't kicked that goal.
Josh Kennedy.
Lewis Jedders got out.
Gee, that's good to break the lines. Cunningham, wasn't it?
Yeah, he kicks long. Almost for Buddy. He's up and about. Frost is there. Tippett. Cut off by Frost. Wilson, quick hands. Pressure from Franklin again. High ball up. Tomlinson has to stand and wait and didn't. Let it through his hands. Laidler was there to say this is how you do it, but unfortunately he drifts it off to the left.
Just wonder whether the ball's a bit slippery at the moment.
That's
a couple of drop marks.
Isn't it? It's either a slippery ball or he's expecting contact that didn't come.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt until they duck their head, Jace.
Oh, that's a poor kick.
It's a poor kick because it'll just sit for McVeigh. And you get the feeling that the next goal for the Swans isn't far away. Well, there's a spoil from Bug.
Yeah, they've got to run
there you go.
Got to run it because there's no one up forward. And Kelly's going to have to give it.
Too much height on that.
Yeah, loopy hand pass.
And let him down again with the hands as Malcheski sends it in. Franklin, Tippett, second in the line. Got boot to ball. That's a kick. That's a handball from Jack to Goods. McGlynn, Kennedy.
Oh, no.
The cross came across and he couldn't finish off. There was no goalkeeper there.
Open net.
One thing about Bug, he keeps at it and at it, Thomas Bug. Just put enough pressure on McGlynn, the handball inside out. Still should have hit the target, you would think.
Wilson threads it. Dangerous kick, but he found Ward.
So that's the things you like to see. You love to see Nathan Wilson try and thread that kick. You know the ability he's got, Matty. He might mess it up, but that was just... I've got confidence in my kicking ability. They're the little things you want to see as individuals, even above the game plan and a few other things.
Instead of playing the percentages.
Well, have a go. You're down on the scoreboard. You've got to win, score.
Paid a throw. Was that a throw or a hand pass? So I'd like to see that again because the Giants player was furious. He couldn't believe the decision.
Devin Smith was
one of those little backhand flicks.
McGlynn with a flick to Jack. He misses Adam Goods, but he still might get onto this. Tippett did well. It's just goals hard to come by at the moment.
Thought he could have kept going, Adam Goods.
Here we go.
Look, is this a hand pass?
Josh Kelly.
Oh no, he's got a fist to it.
It was hard. The left hand followed through.
That's a hard one.
Yeah,
you can see why the umpire
paid. Exactly right.
Big long roost from Moore. Tomlinson up, and in the right spot was Whitfield. And he has to go. Patton goes back and goes short, an option.
That's a shocking
Good pickup. Good pickup.
Great pickup.
Next in line, though, it's going to be hard to find a target. And they did, though. Whitfield kept going. Smith.
I cannot believe that handball from Whitfield to Smith then.
And he just turned it over. So that's a...
And then he turns it over.
Yeah, the last 5 or so minutes haven't been pretty.
Brandon Jackett's taking the green vest off, boys, and whoever comes off next will get the red one. It's a very late change. We're only got 11 minutes left, so looks like he'll be doing 400s after the game, the poor fella.
Might be doing some running. And again...
This is terrible.
There's a lot of errors at the game at the moment. Ward almost threw it out. Richards, Palmer, someone with clean hands. It was Kelly to Devon Smith.
She's a goal kicker.
And he kicks the goal.
Forward of it. Sometimes players just suck the ball out.
Goal to the Giants. They're winning the quarter.
Kurt Tippett's put the red vest on, Matty, so they're obviously just managing his game time. So he's been all right today.
A couple of goals for Tippett, but he's been working pretty hard. Here's Jetta coming onto it. Parker wanted Jack, missed him.
See, they got sloppy, the Swans.
Yeah, haven't they? Look out. Moore. It's wrenched out by Jack, who's onto the field. Treloar. Tomlinson. And now Hunt. And Jacks might get a free kick.
That was well done by Jackson. Early in the night, he ducked his head at a contest. You've got to learn from that, and he learnt that. He kept his head up, he took the punishment and received the free kick for that reason. It wasn't an over-courageous mark, but he just learned from his mistake.
Good mark.
There's a good one from Patton.
Got to move it quick.
And he heads to the Cameron direction.
What a great kick. A great mark and kick from Jonathan Patton. And finally we see a forward marking the ball on lead. It was a good contested mark from Patton coming up to the long kick, and then he wheeled around and Jeremy Cameron led into space and he gets an opportunity to have a shot at goal.
Well, Jace, after half-time, both these guys are putting a lot more work in the first 5 metres of their lead. They're pushing, they're shoving, they're zigzagging, putting a hell of a lot more work in the first 5 metres.
Tough kick this though. He's tight on the boundary for his second goal.
Pretty good.
Not an issue.
Too easy.
Here they come.
Lovely finish from Jeremy Cameron. So he's got 2 goals for the second half. And the margin's 33.
This is good by GWS. This is exactly what you want to see him do. Take the game on.
And can they get a clearance here? They can with Shield. One-on-ones here. Ball punched towards the boundary. It sits for Whitfield though. He lost it, got it back. Hoskin Elliott taken by Jones. Laidler. It's a ball to be won here. And
good pressure. Good pressure.
Thanks, guys.
Crowd of just under 28,000 here tonight. Thought there might have been a few more. It is a cold, windy night though. Smith trying to keep it in, and it doesn't stay.
Just caused a few stoppages in a row here. Up to Mumford here to see if he is in the ruck to try and create something here for his ground level players.
Josh Franco looking on from the bench with Tippett taking a seat. Well, the Giants haven't given up. That's been one good thing we've seen in this second half. Patton has a spell. Palmer stepping, got clear and kicks towards goal. And it's a behind. Just
an
got a bit of
interesting goal, wouldn't it?
Well, it gets them within 5 goals. It's a long way to go, but at least they're up and about a bit. Not 15 to kick. Richards gives it back to Rampy, and he heads in the Bird direction.
The doctor with Kieran Jack. He's coming from the field. What happened here? He taps it.
I think he's still sore in that rib from that other one
earlier.
He only got touched there.
He was holding his shoulder, Shuri, so I think it might be a shoulder issue, unfortunately.
Well, keep an eye on him, Barry. He's going to get some treatment now, but we're back with the action. And the Giants continue to press. They almost won the turnover there, and away goes Sydney now. Jones got to turn around Wilson. He did.
Well done.
Good boy.
Got to work hard again, though.
Yeah, got to go a second time.
And he did again. Great stuff, son.
And still in play, though. Not sure how, but The Swans kept it in. McVeigh's kick around the corner. Moore got in front. Cleared it away. Over the back it falls again for Jones. Laidler. Malcheski. Kicks it up high. Franklin on a long lead. This time the ball goes to the front. Grundy went without it. Franklin again.
Oh, that's a throw.
Not paid.
Oh, it looked like a scoop.
Lloyd to Bird. McGlynn just underneath it. Callum Ward. Tomlinson. Don't have to do it with the hands here. Cornelio. Just waits. And Tomlinson ran for him.
Got an option down the line. Still has an option down the line. Ignored it.
You can get a switch if they can.
Yeah, they've got numbers. They've got to switch it now. That's where the numbers are set up.
He goes right into the middle and he spots Bug. And Bug just ran underneath it.
He had to mark that.
He had to mark it.
The
McGlynn.
ball still comes to where their numbers are, though.
And they've got 3 back. Frost. Back himself to run.
He's got some ability, this kid.
He's got some natural toe. Oh, the bit of miscommunication there. They've still got it with Wilson. Wilson puts the kick inside 50. Richards spoils Cameron. Laidler back.
Here.
Kelly.
Well done.
Well, he just lost it there, Kelly, but he might win.
Gee, he was unlucky there.
Jeremy. Hold there. Hold.
He'd be relieved, Jeremy Laidler, I reckon.
He wanted the boundary line and just didn't find
It
it.
was just about out of gas.
Play on. Play on. Not 15. Play on.
Not
Play
15.
on.
Gee, it looked it.
It did.
That's another area I think we've got to increase the distance of these kicks.
I disagree. I think just police it. Just make
get it
sure
right.
it's 15. Police it.
Police it. Police it at 8.
Don't have a looser interpretation in
at
different
15.
parts of the ground.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Put on.
Should be the same everywhere.
Yeah, but you get the thing about it, umpires, you know, you're creatures of habit and you just...
Oh, Josh.
Well, if they police it in your day, you'd never have registered an effective kick scorer.
Might have been right, really.
Jones.
That's why I handball a lot.
15 metres was a barrel, wasn't it?
Oh, very funny, you blokes.
Jones away.
Good play.
And he kicks it long. Dangerous ball here. Reed. Down low. Kennedy. And he gets it around the corner and he kicks another goal. He keeps his feet. He's very strong over the footy. 27 disposals, 2 goals for Josh Kennedy. And the margin back to 38. Almost won against the run of play there for the Swans. McVeigh getting some touches in this final term. Jetta overruns it. Frost. And again, back himself a little with a run.
He's a good loper once he gets going, isn't he?
Shield to Palmer. Now he's searching for the boundary line here. Ball falls for Treloar though. He probably wanted it to go out.
Didn't go out.
Didn't. The whole ball has to go out, so well done by Grundy. Backpedaling is Rampy. Straightening it up, looking for Parker. Good work of the body there by Cornelio to allow Palmer to get it. Smith. And he chips it back to Wilson. No switch really on.
They don't worry about losing a fair bit of distance to switch the play, do they?
Yeah, good option.
Yeah, good vision. And away Frost can go.
He likes a bounce.
And the palm off.
Oh,
And then he's
no,
gone.
son.
Fastest man on the field got him.
Yeah, I'm not sure he got the torque from behind, or perhaps the shepherd that could have come.
Again, he's taken the game on. You can't be too hard on him, but...
Push against Hunt. 4.5 minutes remaining.
Had a quiet night tonight, Adam Goods. 14 possessions, 1 point on the scoreboard.
Just over the top of McGlynn again. Palmer has had a really good second half, hasn't he? That's cut out by Kennedy again. Back to Parker. A spin by Franklin. He got rid of Moore, and Franklin gets a handful. 5 for Buddy.
No, he's missed it.
Has he?
Hooked it
You're
back
kidding.
too far.
Oh, almost a handful. If he just tucks his stomach, it's 4.
And you see Kieran Jack there, Matty. He had some real discomfort with his right shoulder, putting his hand above his head. And I think Shorty was right. It might have been his ribs. So I reckon he's been shelved tonight. No point copping a knock in this game.
Yep. Here's Goods again. Back towards Bird.
Play on.
Long ball in, Franklin. This will be
There
five,
it is.
surely. Yes, that's 5. That's a handful. So 3.5 minutes to go. We see Kieran Jack with the towel around. He's rested for the night. Tippett was the sub, and he's got Franklin off at the moment. He may come back out for another run. And the Swans have got the last couple.
What it means is no personal best for Kieran Jack either.
No, 34 was, and he's done for the day at 32.
Sydney. No. Thanks, Dylan. Stay there. Stay there, Jonathan. Play on.
Bit of space for Jetta to run into.
Play on.
Over the back of everyone for behind.
Lewis Jetta, he's just got a new fashion statement tonight. That head,
He had the headband on in the warm-up.
in the warm, so he hasn't had a cut.
No.
And it's not a normal headband. It's a taped headband to stop the sweat. And he hasn't got long hair anyway. But it must be to stop the sweat running down in his eyes.
Interesting question to ask just what the process is there. Here's Laidler. And he just spots up his man inside forward 50. And that man is Bird.
Craig, Mr. Meter. Yeah, Grace. Thank you.
He's been a good player, Craig Bird. Gets a lot of negating roles in midfield, accumulates it himself, but normally stops his opponent.
Slips under everyone's guard, Craig
16
Bird.
possessions.
40 metres,
One
the
goal,
kick.
one.
Yeah, 1 goal, 1. And Sydney get the next 3 goals here. Well, the Giants got it down to about 33, but now it's back out to 52. And for their 10th win in a row, they haven't been as clean as they'd like today, so I don't think John Longmire will be overly impressed. In the end, they won pretty comfortably. High ball up, Grundy. Hard one to judge.
Well
Palmer.
tapped and well roved.
Got boot to ball, got it forward, but it goes off the outside and it only falls from Malcheski. Long kick out. Davis came across to spoil Pike.
Great turnaround when they lost 3 of their first 4 games, though, for the Sydney Swans.
I think John Longmire fired a rocket up a few of them,
Yeah.
and they went straight back to the Sydney of old, didn't it?
Yeah.
Working hard, controlling games.
Pretty intense, Johnny, isn't he?
Pike down in front. Treloar, Palmer, Ward. By hand. Smith. Now he's trying to draw the man to give it over to Bug or kick it in low. It's a poor kick.
That'll work. Oh, he had it and then lost it, Pat.
Cunningham back to Malcheski.
No pressure.
Not 15 for Brandon Jack. McFarlane.
Oh, solid.
Lovely dummy.
Beautifully.
And Davis and Kennedy here. And Kennedy that didn't seem to be much. Kennedy just keeps his feet.
Just a little body nudge from Josh Kennedy, wasn't it? I thought he did it very cleverly.
Yep. So just over a minute remaining.
Play on. Play on. Move up your line. Play on.
Can the Giants get one late? They've got a man out in the wing waiting for it. It's Davis. He's having a good couple of minutes. Davis.
Josh Kennedy saying, what's going on here,
He
Ruff?
can't believe
He
it.
can't believe it.
And they're certainly policing that, not 15.
Yeah, it's been a lot tonight, hasn't it? Mumford was there, but at the back, Smith. Grundy wants a runner, gets one of Malcheski and sends it back where it just came from, and that's to Pike.
Well, he's won the big battle tonight, Mike Hyde. I thought if Shane Mumford dominated, they were a chance of winning this game, and he hasn't done that.
Big leap over the back from Reid. Ward once again.
Yeah, it's tough, Callum.
He works hard, doesn't he?
Oh, boy.
Kelly. Away goes Palmer. into the pocket. Hoskin Elliott on a stretch.
Great take. Great take. Again, it makes a difference to the ball user when there's targets leading into space.
Siren sound, so it's just a chance for Hoskin Elliott to kick a goal. So far tonight, he's only got the one behind. Sydney are either going to win by 52 or something different. Maybe 46, maybe 51. Maybe it remains at 52. I've covered all the bases.
The forward 50s just look so much better when there's players on the move leading into space rather than static looking for the long kick. Going back a good way.
Yep. Hoskin Elliott, so far 12 goals this season. Tight angle for the 8th goal for the Giants. Good kick, wonderful finish. And they haven't been blown away in this second half. And then in the end, the final margin's only 46, and we thought maybe at half-time it might be sort of 80 or 90. So
it looked nasty. It did look nasty early. So at least they're learning to run out games.
Yeah.
But they needed to be a lot more competitive early on. As soon as they missed a couple of opportunities, they tease at times GWS, and we think they're going to take that next step, but then they slip into some old habits. They overuse the footy by hand.
Yep.
They put teammates under enormous pressure at different stages. But, you know, they've got to play against these good teams, the really good teams, and they've got to be competitive for longer periods.
Well, certainly a couple of stories to come out of the game. Let's hope that Heath Shaw's okay. Yep. He's gone to hospital with concussion, and hopefully there's nothing wrong there. We've heard from his family. But also, Kieran Jack was the best man on the ground at half-time, and he was a bit sore at the end, and here he is with Barry Hall.
Yeah, he sure was, Matty. Well, Kizza, what a great performance. When the game was up for grabs, you got the job done.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we weren't too clinical throughout patches of the game, but I think we did enough. You know, the ground ball, contested ball, that was the focus going in, and yeah, it was good to get another result.
And what about the stoppages and clearance? That's the real strength of GWS, especially with Mummy in there. I thought Pikey was outstanding tonight, and you just won the clearances in the end. Yeah,
I mean, we were winding Pikey up all week against Mummy. You know, Mummy's a big presence. I mean, we know that. He's been at our club for a number of years, so it was great to see Pikey probably get on top of him and give our mids first use. So a good even performance.
And you come off the ground there late. Was that just a little knock to the ribs?
Little knock, mate. Yeah, I'll be right though. It's all good.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Just see, that's late in the game. That wasn't the first time.
Now that's the one that aggravated it. He copped it earlier, but he didn't want to give away too much either, did he?
That he's gone straight to that. That doesn't happen unless there is an issue there. That wasn't that hard a hit. That happened a bit earlier than that one.
32 disposals for Kieran Jack and 30 for Luke Parker. Treloar did well in the second half for 28. Devon Smith started to get hold of it a bit for the Giants with 27. I thought Reece Palmer's second half was pretty good. I thought his job was good.
He worked hard. You know, one of the criticisms I have of GWS, Shorey, and in particular their midfielders, and it's funny to say, but they don't work hard enough forward of the football. When they do win it, they peel laterally, they look for the back one. But when they have to go forward, it's normally to an outnumbered situation with no crummers around the feet of the key forwards.
Well, Big Mike Pike, we've spoken about him at length tonight. Here he is with Barry.
Yeah, big challenge tonight, Pikey. Come on against your ex-teammate, Mummy. They're dominant in the clearances, though. GWS, she's done a good job tonight.
Yeah, I think they're in good form coming in, and Mummy's been flying at the moment, so you just come in there and try and nullify their work, and fortunately we put some scoreboard pressure on.
And how was John Longmire at three-quarter time? We've seen him in the box. He was a little bit animated. What was his message at three-quarter time?
I think it was to finish the job, really. I think we played 3 quarters of decent football, and we didn't want to fall off, and I think we probably did in the end, but we're happy with this win.
Great performance tonight. Go enjoy it.
Thanks, Barry.
Yes, he held Mummy to just 8 disposals, and more importantly from the clearances, they won the clearances 38-34, and they won the centre clearances 15-9. A win for the Swans in that area, and that was the #1 target for them. In the end, they defeated the Giants by 46 points. We'll take a break from the SCG.
Swans will go in and win overall. All our loyal sons are marching.